There we go. A pleasant good evening to you all. I'm Shane Harris, welcoming you to Wheaton Arts in Millville, New Jersey for the 44th annual Glasstown Wheaton Arts Antique Fire Brigade Muster, this year being presented by Phillips 66, improving lives by providing energy. This is the debut of Shane Harris' new SET, Shane Event Television, where this time it's the longer side of Shane Harris Night without cartoons. This time it's literally the best things in the world, fire trucks, and literally so many other great things. My mother is with me, having to play side role, and we got so many great things to talk about for the next 2+ hours. And you folks have the best seat in the house. 6 ABC Action News with AccuWeather called it a 92-degree day, which is hot with a 100-degree heat index by the time of them turning out for the Lights and Sirens motorcade. But there is rain, but that'll be pretty much after the actual event. They said right around 9 o'clock. We begin our activities literally with a legit blast from the past. An older hose reel that's horse-drawn. This, according to what it says over here on these sheets of paper, we have an American 1890. This one from Somerdale. It's owned by someone in Somerdale. Michael Wharton is the owner of this. Complete with helmet and a little like camper style light the Dietz has, and a tiny little bell. Next to it, a 1900 American LaFrance. This one also owned by the same Michael Wharton, except this one's pretty narrow. As we continue here, this is going to be me talking a lot about this. A lot of trucks, a lot of other whatnot, plenty to be seen. Let's take a look right here at this. A 1880 Wirt Knox, owned by Mark Bishop out of Farmington. Wooden wheels were the standard at the time. Got a little bit of brass I see right there, which is pretty nice. Something kind of similar is right here for this horse cart from 1893. This one, an American, owned by William Foxall out of Rockledge in Pennsylvania. And now we get to the pretty interesting stuff. We're talking cars and other vehicular whatnot. And we begin with probably the most humble of all 1960s Fords, the Falcon. This one's a 1963 owned by Frank Weindel out of Lindenwold. And this thing does have a mechanical, but, oh, there it is. There's a little tag on the back. A Federal Model EG, 12 volts. And on the roof, can't determine what the roof light is, but inside, just like the car's exterior, it is red. The little Motorola walkie-talkie box down there. And there is 3 pedals, so this is the old Citroen style 3 on a tree, which is very rare. So, of course, this Falcon does show up a lot. Of course, Wheaton Arts has so many great extras. We will get to that in just a moment. Apologies for the camera being shot down on the ground. We don't want to film anyone inadvertently. Now we move over to some Mopar power. This is a 1973 Plymouth Fury, a Chiefs car owned by Karen Minchelli out of Cape May, New Jersey. And this is Cape May Courthouse, to be exact. Federal beacon ray on it. This car has an FDNY tribute paint scheme on it. Doesn't say where it came from initially. Tan interior, automatic. And it also has a Federal electronic box. We get a better view from over here. Oh, it's a Federal director, where it only had just Whale and Yelp, and that's it. Interesting. And on the back of this car, because this is an FDNY tribute vehicle, all 343 of the quote-unquote brothers who have managed to work above their Call of Duty status. We shall always remember them. From automobiles to actual trucks. We got this thing, an older International. This one, according to the little window sheet right there, it's 1947, body built by Great Eastern. Paul Bojman is the owner from Millstone Township, New Jersey. Can't determine what siren is on the roof because I'm not Inspector Gadget. I wish I could reach the top to read it, but I can't. It'll be on the top of the actual mechanical siren on the top, literally. This thing, apparently, has extra floodlights and a little turret, plus a tiny little generator as well. Now we got ourselves a 1925 American LaFrance. As you see, the hood is exposed on this one right now. You can see a little awooga right there. And also got extra gauges. There's the compound and water pressure gauges. I hear a helicopter above me. I don't know why. This one is pretty well taken care of. This one most likely is the one from Millville itself.
You can see the motor.
And speaking of rare, we have this. A 1795 horse-drawn pump where you have to literally seesaw up and down just to get the water pumping. Also from Millville. And also brown and green. Interesting color scheme, I gotta say. Now it's time to talk about an apparatus manufacturer from New York. Buffalo is the name. And this one came out of South Vineland. This one being parked next to the Museum of American Glass, one of the hallmark attractions here at the Wheaton Arts Complex. This one's in 1931, also built by White. And you can see the little Buffalo logo to match the name. Buffalo, New York, Buffalo apparatus.
This is from New Hampshire, this truck, so it's all...
Oh, it's a Sterling 6-volt. Pretty interesting. And there is a little plaque down here. Excuse me. Right here, it says, dedicated to Chief Albert Castellini, 1949-1966. Restored by retired Chief Joe Lattiza and members of South Vineland Fire Company, 1998. Pretty phenomenal restoration indeed. Another horse-drawn seesaw pump is over here, albeit painted in white. Another resolution hose from Millville, but unlike the one that's pretending to cosplay as Lederhosen with brown and green and gold, this one is a more subtle brown and white. Let's continue with some Bulldogs. We got a Mack here. This one from Harbor Grove. And this is a convertible. And this one's a 1949, owned by Joseph Bertino out of Vineland. And you can see right here, the mechanical siren's right there, and it is a Federal Model 77. This one had been recently updated with seat belts, which is a good idea. Got a little beacon ray on top as well. Overall, pretty good thus far. And now we get to my favorite generation, the Detroit era fire trucks, or the custom era. I absolutely love these generations of trucks, and now we begin with the Ward LaFrance Fire brand. It's a 1961. Ward LaFrance, not related to ALF. There's a nice little fleur-de-lis logo on it. The horn is behind the grill. The Q makes up the bottom of the nose. This truck, apparently, was from West Brighton, New York. Waukesha engine, and there's a funny little stat right here. It says, when NFL Films and Hall of Fame QB Peyton Manning, host of ESPN's...
Attention, please.
Oh, hold on.
Any of the truck owners that received the participants' favorite of senior class, the ballot, we need them to get them turned in to the judging post, please, at this time.
Oh yeah, they hand out awards, folks, yeah. Anyway, it says they came to Philadelphia to film an episode marking the 50th anniversary of the infamous snowballs being thrown at Santa Claus halftime at Franklin Field. So basically, this is a truck used for a hilarious parody segment. You see, it's got the little school bus lights. They kept the fictional Philadelphia branding on it. Meanwhile, you have my favorite of the Ward LaFrance pair. From East Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Ambassador. Easily the best looking fire truck not named the Crown. Electronic speaker in the middle, Q on the bumper. This one owned by John Berzacelli. It's a Cummins power rig, and you can see all the visibility, even through the dashboard as well, which is pretty nice. And if you take a look back here...
Again, we need any of the truck owners that received the Manila ballot for the participant.
The jump seat is literally next to the engine. Your leg would be hot.
Thank you.
Yours truly would know. Now we get into these things. The Pennsylvania-made Han. This one owned by a well-known collector, Joel Bain. He has a YouTube page. This one is a 1973. Coming out of Newport. This one, I don't know where it actually came from, but has a little rotator on top. Horns on top as well. Electronic siren right here. The only one it's got. Most likely it's a PA200 if I had to guess. Oh, wait a minute. I can't really see that much, but... oh, there it is. Federal Interceptor. Even better. It's literally the Director with a high-low option. The Interceptor, Director, and PA200, the unofficial sirens of Hollywood sound effects. Make note of that. Also, gotta love the lime paint, too. This time, Centerton, which is very close to where I live in Salem, gets to have this. It's a 1987 Mack, outfitted by Pierce. This one features a Code 3 siren, most likely a V-Con. They are out of Pittsgrove. It's an R model. And this thing, very well taken care of, because they own it. Yes, indeed, it has a Code 3 in there, which is pretty nice. Thank you very much, sir. And you can see all the other, like, stuff that like, these trucks are not simple. Like, for myself, age 22, I am not a nut. I'm just a guy who knows sirens, chassis, body manufacturer. As you can see, you got extra hoses, lights and whatnot. Also, Pierce really made a terrible decision when they had their reverse lights be the size of a thimble. I wish the reverse lights were bigger for Pierce, but I don't know what to say. That's how it was back in the day. There's a little ladder chute right there. Little generator. Other whatnot. And exhaust. A nice looking truck indeed.
And it had like a whole command center. I mean,
Meanwhile, another popular truck came from Ford, the C-Cab. This is a 1986 with a Pierce body. And this came from Bill Sorshek out of Egg Harbor Township, where this truck worked out of. Also a Code 3 equipped truck. You can easily tell that there's a massive difference between a conventional cab and the little Bud cab, as these things were known. Like, Ford made a lot of Bud cab trucks. Made it from like the late 50s to the early 90s. How about some square body stuff? Beginning with this, in 1983 GMC with a body built by E1. Note this was E1 back when they were in their infancy. The little beacon logo is pretty nice. Also owned by Bill Sorshek out of Egg Harbor. This one has the beautiful twin sonic light bar, which I absolutely like. Over here, it's got a Federal box, and this one is the PA 150, which is very rare compared to the PA 200 and PA 300. Speaking of Egg Harbor, how about Bargain Town? They came out with one of their older pieces right here, an older 1986 GMC Top Kick. This one's a rescue rig outfitted by Ranger. Now you can see some apparatus preservists opt to have like LEDs, and later on pickups and other whatnot that have like power calls and modern sirens to keep this thing going. But for this truck right here, they had the only modification that matters: extra LED chicken lighting. See right here, pretty nicely done truck. We got the older Wheeling Centurion light bar, which I like. Yep. Also, John Fricano out of Egg Harbor has this 1981 square body Chevy built by Pierce, PA 300 equipped. Apparently Storybook Land, a place I used to go to, had this as a little fun truck of their own. This one has the candy cane style like pattern for the aerodynamic light bar. Next up, Autocar, a brand that is very rare nowadays. It's a 1948. This one came out of Landisville, and this one is pretty rare. This one has a it's a Sterling siren light. That's what it is. Got a little canvas top here. Of course, stick shifts and everything. There's a little like CD logo next to the Motorola box. Of course, it's civil defense. It was a big deal back in the day. Next up, a full-fledged Pierce. Coming out of Farmington, Egg Harbor Township, is a 1991 Pierce Lance with the Code 3 XL light bar, which is big. We're talking big here. Detroit power, definitely. And you can see in there. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Now we have an American LaFrance. From Newport, another Joel Bain-owned rig. It's a 1967. They call these bathtubs just because of the look. And they ran for a long time. Like, they even had a Century 2000. They had these all the way up till 92, 93. This one also has a Sireno, the Sterling siren light. Apologies. You can see that I can barely see it, but it has the little stick shift manual transmission pattern. Reverse on top left, then bottom right's first. I'm not filming the kid, Mom. Come on. I'm filming the steering wheel at best. There's a reason why my Mom is being a Karen, folks. Sorry, folks, but Karens be damned.
It's okay. It's okay.
He's also
Com-
like this thing, and I ruined
Thank you very much. Yeah. My mom completely ruined, alongside copyrighted music, the FOP car show in Pennsville. Coming up, a modern ALF Century. It's a 1985. Also a Joel Bain-owned truck. Light bar has a little bit of LED upgrades. You got a Q on it, so that's good. This one's out of Waldwick, wherever that is. And this one's got older Michelin rubber, back when they had the Running Man logo. Next up, my favorite body of Mack, the CF. This one's a 1969, owned by the Piper family out of Aberdeen, Maryland. CF bodies were everywhere here in southern New Jersey, including in Pennsville and LAC, and this one's a full-fledged Mack build. Harford County, Aberdeen, Maryland. Aerodynamic light bar up there, probably a later update. Gotta love the old spoke wheels on this thing. That is an American LaFrance, 1955, owned by the family of Robert Adams Sr. out of Newtown, Pennsylvania. This has been a common fixture at several musters. This thing is pretty beautiful. We got a little light right here, and this one has an older Federal, probably a 77 at best. I can't reach up because, well, I'm pretty respectful when it comes to protecting the apparatus. Here is a 1965 Ward LaFrance. This one is also from Newtown. Yeah, it's the awards. They hand out awards and whatnot. Yeah, there's a Q on that thing. Just like the Ambassador, it has plenty of visibility. And look at this. We got a whole lot of, like, extra rescue storage in that thing. Plenty of lights as well. Not surprised if this is a light truck back in the day. Pardon, folks. Pardon. We have it at Aaron's Fox, the Rolls-Royce of fire engines. 1923, owned directly by Doylestown, Pennsylvania's fire department. These things, imagine the torque from that engine. A lot of it. And it says century old, so this thing is 102 years old in age. And this is from Cincinnati, Ohio. Hold on. Then from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, this Han, Ed Lou is the owner. It's a 1968. And Han has a unique logo. What thing is loud just like a fire truck? A rooster. You'll wake everybody up. This truck is Detroit powered, which adds extra character. This one has a later Code 3 light bar. Now we get over here with this. Hold on a minute. We got two others. The Firefighters Museum has this international, but over here, the Sklar family, who is a major factor in this event, the Cradle of Liberty, one of the sanctioning bodies, has this, a 1977 Ford F-250. It is a nice truck until the siren hits, because I, Shane Harris, in the world of siren preservation, nice to meet you, I love the truck, but I'm not a fan of the power call on this thing. I would recommend a PA200 if I was the owner of said vehicle, but overall, my dad and my mom's 51-year-old boyfriend loves older Fords. So aesthetic-wise, I love it. Siren-wise, It was a nice try, though. Dig the wheels, though. I dig the wheels. By the way, I am on Facebook at Shane Harris Tonight. I regularly visit the Cradle of Liberty pages and whatnot. And speaking of another Cradle of Liberty member, here's another one. John Honer and his 1972 Dodge Power Wagon, which is the the W300. This thing had some changes be made. This one, gasoline powered. The owner out of Runnymede. Modern Code 3 light bar in this thing. Stick shift as long as a ruler. Federal Interceptor siren, which is original. Not a bad truck. And I heard this thing is back to normal in terms of performance, because 2 years ago, it stalled on its way out. Here we have the truck that I've been loving to talk about the most. A 1970 Chevrolet Suburban with a body built by Wayne, 350 powered, painted in orange, Federal Interceptor equipped. This thing, I've talked to the owner, Jim Cogdell. This thing is absolutely amazing, and oh, wait a minute. Is that a PA 300 box? Oh, man. Well, at least everything else is normal. I was expecting a Federal Interceptor just like a few years ago. I don't know what happened. The back is all original, featuring the twin school bus style lights. Of course, Wayne used to make school buses and ambulances, and I believe they're still making garbage trucks to this day. That's a secondary body provider, but it's rare to come across since we use Labrie over here in Lower Always Creek. Suburbans are definitely rare, and this one is a good preserved one. And you must be...
I'm not the owner.
Oh, you're not the owner?
Nope, nope. He's dead.
Oh, he's down at the awards banquet.
Yep.
Okay. Another unique rig right here. Another Ward LaFrance. This one from Manhasset, Lakeville. This one is a 1948 coming out of Great Neck, New York. This one, pretty interesting as well, and I can't describe what that paper is. It's a whole bunch of like assembly parts and whatnot. Giant bulletin board of stuff that'll confuse me. Back over here, since I'm gonna try to... Oh, it's a schematic. Well, that's what it is. Meanwhile, back to the Han Festival going on. We got this 83, owned by A. Joseph DeAngelis, Bristol, Pennsylvania, just like the truck itself. This one has an LED light bar upgrade, but the front two school bus style lights are original. Q equipped. Detroit power. Plenty of leg room in that thing. And now we go on to an XFDNY rig owned by Chris Massey out of Woodbury, Pennsylvania. They had a typo in the paper. It's a 1979 Mack. And this thing is pretty nice. Because back in the day when FDNY sold off their trucks, they get re-outfitted, and this one didn't have to do too much. They painted this thing in lime and white. Code 3 light bar. The Q also has something pretty different.
Yeah, right here. That's it.
They painted the Federal F logo on it. And also, apparently there's bonus bulldogs on the bumpers. Hello, little feller. Down there on the bumper. Now we get to another Han. This one, an International. It's a 1962, owned by Gregory Hoff out of Croydon, Pennsylvania. This one doesn't say where it came from, but this one does have the siren light. Siren from Sterling. Yes, it does. I was correct. The beacon ray is on top. And the interior, not much leg room, unfortunately, if you're the passenger, because the stick shift is right there toward your leg, if you're the passenger. How about this rarity? A 1933 Persh, owned by the Colonial Volunteer Fire Company in Hamilton, New Jersey. This one's pretty rare. This one's got an older Federal mechanical siren. I can't... Oh, wait a minute. It's a Federal Type E. That's what it is. Federal Type E. And Peter Persh and Sons, they are from Wisconsin. They made a lot of trucks till like the mid-'80s, late 80s or so. One of the last independents. Got Armstrong, rubber, plenty of convertible space and other whatnot. Back here, we got a pair of extra rigs that are chilling out in the shade, hiding in the shadows. Beginning with this, a truck that was at the Harrisburg Muster that I tried to film live, but YouTube completely ruined it because they suck at live streams. Here's a 1968 Beacon Ray and Q equipped Han. Kyle Kozowska is the owner from Middletown, Delaware.
This was in Harrisburg?
Yes. Tan, though. Tan. Meanwhile, over here, we got this Mack. This one is a Mack C-body from Newcastle, Delaware's Goodwill. Q equipped, rotator on top, original horn as well.
Cute little bulldog.
And underneath the Q, the Bulldog is all outfitted. This should be a goated, like, cover photo for this video. Definitely. Meanwhile, we have this square body Chevy that also went to Harrisburg. It's a 1986, outfitted by Ranger. It's a Chevy C30, owned by Michael Current out of Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore, mind you, went back to the white and orange from their 70s days. This thing has a strobe light bar inside a Federal PA300, the newer version of it, known as the PA300 series. And the owner has a little, like, little piggy, which...
There's nobody here. I buy stickers.
Well, yeah, because they're all up at the awards thing. Let's continue on with this. It's a Mack CF. This one, it's a telesquirt. 1977, the owner is Ryan Mathis. This truck came from Louisville, Kentucky. Q equipped, dual rotator beacon rays, and look at that. We got Grover 1601s on it. I love the Grover 1601 air horns. Like, International use these on their trucks, but not fire trucks, but like regular trucks. Meanwhile, as we go over here to the pumping area, I'm starting to sweat a little, but that's because Mother Nature is pretty mean today. Like, Wheaton Arts is a pretty beautiful place and all, but August is not kind here in southern New Jersey. You gotta realize that, folks. If you're living closer to the Philadelphia market in the summertime, it is not kind. This truck was here back when I first showed up to this venue 2 years ago. And this one I recognize. This one is a older Ford with a Pierce body. This one coming out of Malaga, which is not too far from here. As I come over this way, Franklin Township, Malaga. Has a wheel and light bar, the older late 80s, early 90s style, which I dig. I bet this thing's cat-powered because this is a C-body. It's got its original paint, that's good. This one's a 1980, yes, 1980. Q-equipped, Pierce built the body, and it is a Ford C-cab. Love the lime. One of the Clapham members happens to be a girl by the name of Charlotte. She owns this 1981 Pierce. This is the Arrow. And this one is from Springtown in Pennsylvania. The truck's name is Charlotte, but the owner is Heather Greger. That's her name. The truck's name is Charlotte. This one is, she's out of Levittown, PA with this thing. PA 300 Q, regular horns, and it also has an aftermarket set of horns as well. And take a look at this bulletin board over here. Springtown was actually kind of insane. Look how much it started from just a plain white colored rig next to a very beast looking auto car, and now it morphed into this nice thing with an extra coat of blue. Pretty well done. More CF activities coming out of Tallyville. This one, according to the sticker in the front, Q equipped. This is a 1981. Luke and Paul Bazzoli is the owner. On the top, aerodynamic light bar, all red.
No, it ain't. It's closer to that.
And Wilmington, Delaware is where the Bazzolis are from. And look at how just flat the nose is. Mack had an option where you could actually put their name on the roof right there instead of like on the front name or the grill. Pretty odd. Wait a minute, I've seen this truck. Apparently this truck was at Harrisburg, and also it was at the Massachusetts MAFA event. This is an older American LaFrance Sentry from Colchester, Connecticut. It's a 1982 Sentry. The owner is William Clark III. Has LED lights, and that's the only modification that is post-80s on this thing. Detroit power. And obviously it's a nice looking truck. White with a tad bit of red. As you can see, some of the officials are getting the judges' grades in. And here is another Mack right here. This one coming out of Heightstown. Right over here. Bollocks. There is no sticker saying what year this thing is. Dang it. Of course, they got the 15-minute limit until whatever happens next. I know it's definitely not the actual turnout. Because, anyway, here we have a Detroit-powered Han. The final generation of Hans. This one I was literally right behind of when I was heading to Harrisburg. Yes, Mom, this is the truck we were behind of. Because it says Palo Alto, had New Jersey tag on it. Okay. LED light bar. Roto Ray, also known as the pinwheel light. When I was little, because Pennsville had an E1 for my birth year that was recently sold with a pinwheel on it. Q equipped. It's a 1987. Paul and Denise Richmond out of West Deptford owns this truck. A well done rig. How about this International? This one, a convertible International in 1960. Outfitted by Bruco. Beacon ray. Chrome nose, and a Q on the side. A Q riding shotgun. Love it. Next, an older E1. This one bodied by PemFab, Pemberton Fabricators. Just like in the TV show Code Red, they used PemFab E1s as the engine in that show from Columbia Pictures, and now we have a real-life PemFab E1. This is 1981. William Kinder out of Brooklawn is the owner of this truck. We got aerodynamic on the top, and it is hot over here, definitely, so we'll move over here. And now we got a very interesting truck right here. If you're a fan of Detroit, and if you love the aggressive sounds that Detroits are best known for, then you'll love this. From Port Norris, Cumberland County, John and Rita Hoffman's 1979 Han, outfitted by R.B. Murray out of Hamburg, New York. Sadly, Murray passed away earlier this year, and that's sad. But this truck is beautiful. Maroon, burgundy on this thing. World's Oyster Center, the nickname of Port Norris itself. What a beast this thing is. Meanwhile, we got a Han coming straight out of Maryland. This one is one that attends almost every single muster I know of. Here's a 1979 Han from Scott Septon in Denton, Maryland. This one's the ex-Waldorf truck. Twin school bus style fans inside. Q equipped, power call as well. And the weird light from Mars that bounces off windows, which is pretty interesting. And also note, do not take a shot every time I say the word interesting. Like, I'm trying to keep this PG. Let's take a look at these two trucks very quickly because the awards are being handed out ASAP as I speak. First, as I power walk my way to the other side again, we got a truck that managed to go through a massive restoration. I followed it on Facebook, and it happens to be from my favorite beach town, Wildwood, Cape May County. Say hello to this 1977 MB body Mack, outfitted by Hammerley. Model 28 Federal on top, regular rotator on it. Greg Neal was the owner out of Rio Grande. This truck absolutely looks phenomenal. Also a little Hang 10 sticker on the side as well. Meanwhile, as I hustle myself back over here, because I don't know if they're leaving or not. I hope they're not, because I really don't want to miss all the action. Like, I'm not even done with the whatnot. We got tiller time. Mount Laurel, New Jersey's old Seagrave. This one's a convertible top, excuse me. This thing is pretty nice. An offset style light, which is pretty unique. Masonville. Sterling siren, I believe. Oh, this one's got Seagrave's own V12 in it. It's a 1951. The owner is out of Willingboro. Yep. Seagrave, when they were originally from Ohio before they moved to Pennsylvania. No, I mean Wisconsin, excuse me. They moved to Wisconsin later on. I don't know why I said Pennsylvania. Okay, it's getting hot right now. And now we get to two Paulsboro trucks over here. First up, a truck that, just like the 77 Ford that the Sklar's have, this one has been stripped of its original voice and replaced by a power call. This thing is 1977 Mack from Billingsport, Paulsboro. You would think this would have a PA 200 in it, but nope, it has a power call. Unfortunately, because I've seen this thing at the Pennsauken muster on YouTube. But that siren is new, unlike this thing, which is all original. This thing, outfitted by Salisbury, happens to be a pretty rare one. A 1994 Simon Duplex, outfitted by Salisbury. That only has a Q on it. Pretty nicely done.
Give me a Coke, please.
Two.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway, Niagara Hose Company. With this little unique truck right here. An older Mack. And just like a few of the other Macks, this is a 1950. This one wears pink. This one wears pink. Nice. And a little... And there it is, the OG Roto Ray from Buckeye out of Dayton, Ohio. Kyle Hinkle is the owner of this thing. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. And another Mack right here from Florence. It's 1954, owned by the Jacoby family. Oh, good grief, I'm sweating. Albert Jacoby is the owner of this thing. And this one also has the little firefighter outfit on the titular Mack Bulldog on it. And this one has a Q on it. I don't know what's with the elephant though, but meanwhile we got squirts. Squirty, squirt, squirt, squirts. We got an American LaFrance Century. This one is not the Whitman Square one, unfortunately, but this one is a much smaller one, featuring the Federal Power Light. And the little light from Mars is this thing. It's a 1981, 1,500 gallons per minute, 54-foot tall American LaFrance Century with a Pittman Telesquirt. Another Joel Bain rig. And then the last truck. For the first time ever in my life, I'll get to see this. The most 70s looking truck ever made by American LaFrance. The Pacemaker. Easily the best sounding Detroit powered rigs are pacemakers. And look at this. Got the little intake on the back or whatever it is. Like you gotta spray some starter fluid in that thing in the cold weather. This one, I'm trying to read this. There's faded lettering on it. I think this is from like Islip, New York or something. I don't know. Based on what I can tell, it's a 1973. Oh, it's not a Pacemaker. It's a Pioneer. Excuse me. It looks similar to the Pacemaker in terms of the odd cab. The Q is on the roof instead with the twin Federal Power Lights. And now, you and I will find somewhere to sit. We'll let everyone enjoy this nice ASMR of what's taking place here at the event. Because we're letting this thing go live. Of course, I have 110 plus subscribers, so please subscribe to Shane Arts Tonight for more exciting cartoon content. And you'll probably get more exciting stuff from future musters that you will see on my channel as part of SET Shane Event Television, among other whatnot. Oh, oh man. Son of a biscuit.
You can sit next to me. When we go over there, there's a seat over there in G.
Anyway, folks, we'll continue it on. And
we'll come back with the
we are not cutting this video because we want this to be stretched out as far as we can. Anyway, I am wearing my shirt that I wore 2 years ago to this muster. Pepsi can.
You have an hour before they exit.
That's why it's good for me to have a little ASMR break. This is an OKKO shirt that I got on Redbubble for like 2021 or so. I don't know. Or before that. Typography, too. Freaking love it.
Let's go over there. It's shadier.
Okay. You sure they have an hour left till they depart?
They don't leave till 4 and it's only 3. I thought I said you could pause the video.
No, because I made a goal to have the videos be presented live. Or pseudo-live. So that means we're tape delaying. We're continuing as such. And there's a better spot right there.
Do you want to sit there?
Yeah, we actually got... It's much drier there. Of course, we're under the shade. And I actually have somewhere to put all my other whatnot in here. So Wheaton Arts, of course, they provide these pamphlets right here. Unfortunately, I thought Comcast was going to return, but nope. They decided to instead sponsor the Wells Fargo Center, now rechristening it as the Xfinity Mobile Arena. Monday Night Raw will be there this Monday night. Tune in to Netflix for that event. Take a look at this. Of course, Phillips 66 and Fiserv are new sponsors in association with Colonial Pipeline, the Energy Transfer Partners as well. You can see that they have all these other whatnot, all the stats. You see this person right here holding this, what looks like a horn, but it's not. It is actually made in a glass house on this property. The Nancy Howe Memorial Award. Easily the most iconic trophy. The best of show trophy that many fire apparatus fans love to get. And in terms of best of show, if I can, and there it is, the best of show came from Jamesburg. 1919 Ford with the American LaFrance body. That thing was not here this year. Neither is the Whitman Square 1981 American LaFrance Century Telesquirt, which I love so much. But sadly, that one was not attending this year, which is sad, unfortunately. Of course, they do not start the muster till a little bit later on. So you know what? I'll cut this video off and move on to the next thing when the drivers are told to get to their trucks. Stay tuned for part 2 coming up in just a little over an hour from now.